Hello and welcome again to the K&B Music Den. I'm Brad.
And I'm Keith.
Today we are going to be doing a new review of another Ryan Adams album. How's another one?
Another one.
Another one.
That can't be.
Oh, four. Four in what? Is that a year? And
4 in 3 weeks?
Is that even? God. So we're doing a new review of a new Ryan Adams album. This one's called Devolver. Just came out Friday.
Yeah, a big surprise to all
big
the fans.
Surprise to the surprise.
Yeah.
This was basically a thank you, he says. 1 year sobriety. Congratulations, Ryan, on the 1 year sobriety. We're all cheering for you on that.
Awesome.
And yeah, I woke up, seen it in my thing, immediately emailed him, hey, there's a new album.
Yeah.
Great surprise.
Free download.
Yes.
Free download.
So all you guys out there who've complained about him charging $25 an album, shame on you. Absolutely shame on you. And you know who you are.
Yeah.
You guys putting out rants and look, he needs to make a living. He's an artist. You should be happy to have music that doesn't go away. It's not like buying a movie ticket.
Yeah.
It's permanent. And then he gives you a free album. Why? There's no reason, but he did because he celebrates his fans. So
yeah,
that's where I just want to start with. Thank you very much. There's no reason for it. I would have paid for it, but
yeah,
happy to have it. So
I agree with you totally.
What's your initial thoughts?
Oh, you're doing what I do to you.
Let's do it.
All right, Devolver. Now, first, I mean, there were some people online pontificating, guessing, oh, maybe this is like a Beatles kind of album because Devolver, because everybody's talking about Revolver reissues coming out soon, which could be great.
Yep.
Some people thought it might even be a whole covers album of Beatles Revolver, like he did with the Taylor
Swift.
Could
have been cool. That would have been cool.
That would have been cool. Yeah. But it's not Beatles related at all. It is Ryan Adams related. I tell you, when I press play on the first track, "Don't Give It Away," I was blown away.
Yeah.
One of my favorites on the album, which we'll get to that later. But man, this thing, and again, kind of like FM that people were saying, it's like a cohesive rock and roll album. As a, when we talk about, maybe it sounds more like a collection of songs than a cohesive album.
That's not this one.
And again, I don't get too hung up on that because if the collection of songs is like Romeo and Juliet,
which you were correct on. It caught up to me. So, yes, he was correct on that.
Thank you. You see?
Takes me a while, okay?
And, and I listened to the whole album, too.
Well, that goes on to something. It's not
did
a
you
Ryan.
guys check out our 80s excavation? I'm going to take a moment here. Please make sure you check out our 80s excavation video for the band Hue and Cry. You do not want to miss the drama.
Yeah, go right back to Ryan.
I'm just kidding. But, okay, all right. I've been ranting. Well, not ranting, but raving. What are your first
I loved it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, it fits the Ryan mold. I mean, it kind of goes into the rock and roll FM 3-4 category, but I think better than those three albums.
Okay.
I think it's
better than FM, better than 3-4.
I think so.
And what was the one you said?
Oh, rock and roll.
Okay, yeah. Well, I thought of rock and roll, but I'll get... Sorry, you're talking. I'll get that later.
Now, one thing with this is there's no liner notes that I could see, so I can't tell who's playing what. But in my head, my God, is he becoming a better guitarist as it goes along?
Oh, yeah.
Because like you said, track 1, Don't Give It Away, at about the 58-second left mark in that, oh my God, it shreds it.
Yeah. And the guitar, I'm glad you're talking about the guitar because I definitely wanted to mention this. The guitar tones on this album. Now, I don't know if you saw this, but I saw recently there was a video floating around that there's a new guitar effects pedal that is his.
Yeah.
It has his name on it. I don't know. I mean, he probably worked with a company to help create it, but it definitely sounds like, from self-titled on some of the different albums and more rocking style that he's been doing lately, as opposed to kind of more of the alt country folk of his earlier part of his career, which is all amazing too. But if he's using that pedal to get the sounds that he got on Devolver, I need to buy that pedal because wow. Yeah.
See, I thought it might not be because I think it was, what did he call it? The VHS pedal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's based off of it's again a very 80s.
Yeah.
This sounds like it was unplugged from that a little bit. I could be wrong. He might have it just set up differently.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But this had more of a, not to say grunge, but it was unaffected a little bit more.
Yeah. I know. I agree. Yeah. I agree.
There was the reverb seemed to be really drowned down. I don't hear the reverb much.
Yeah.
The same way.
Which a lot of people have been blabbing about online. Oh, reverb.
But I mean, I thought musically he's playing some of his best music. I mean,
and singing.
Oh well, we've
discussed that before.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, some of the songs on Wednesdays is just drop dead masterpiece. Romeo, some of the songs on Romeo and Juliet. I mean, again, he's always had a fantastic voice, but the way he's singing, and maybe, and again, some of these may have been recorded quite a while back. We don't know, but maybe something has to be said for the sobriety too. I mean, if you're
quitting
healthy,
into cigarettes and
and you're feeling healthier, and obviously we see him. He always posts about going on his runs and stuff, and staying in shape. Physically too. It can't hurt.
No,
it can't hurt.
No, obviously it's proof's in there. I mean, you can hear it in his voice.
Yeah. Wow. What? Yeah. I enjoyed the album a lot. I've listened to it about 4 times, I think, already.
I'm at 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be soon. And that's the thing. FM I enjoyed very much. This one, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna end up listening to this one more over and over again, and continue to, not just for the review, but just because we're Ryan Adams fans. Yeah. More so than FM. Not that I'll never listen to FM again, and it's the first track on FM. I remember the Big Star reference there is fantastic, and many others. Hall of Shame, which you love. Yeah,
one of my faves. Yeah.
Well, while we're talking about songs, standout songs for you?
Well, there was a couple for me.
Yeah.
Don't give it away.
Opener is fantastic.
Fantastic. Banging on My Head. Now I know it's a strange one.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of back when I was like 16 and I used to watch skate videos and I couldn't skate. But I used to like to watch all those old Toy Machine and Zero skateboarding videos where they'd have a skateboarder and he would be skating to a certain song. I could see that being a song in one of those things. Just an upbeat, almost punk in a weird way.
Absolutely, yeah.
But fun. I enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah.
Now I also really enjoyed. Now I'm going to forget it. I'm Still in Love with You, or I Am in Love with You. I can't remember the first word to it. Is it I Am in Love with You?
I feel like it's I'm Still in Love with You, but we're doing this without notes,
paperwork.
So,
no notes.
No notes tonight.
But question for you on that song: did you prefer it on this album, or off of Do You Laugh When You Lie?
See, I'm not as familiar with that version.
Okay.
Yeah, you're more of the deep cuts.
He has he had it on there. I mean, I thought this is fantastic either way. I mean, it sounds that sounded fantastic. How did you feel? Now you're a big closer guy. You like the way things close.
Yeah.
What did you think of the closing?
Why Do You Hate Me?
Yeah. What?
I liked it.
Okay, good.
I liked it.
Good.
If I were picking 3 songs, my three favorite songs from the album, the closer would not be one of them.
Okay.
That being said, I thought it was a good way to close the album, and I liked it. While we're on this topic, like you, my 3 favorites start with the opener, Don't Give It Away.
Okay.
Oh, man. That just drew me in.
It's so good.
And I'll tell you what, the second song, Stare at the TV.
Okay.
At first, I was like,
Same.
But
same.
Now, you've listened to it several times. The second time I listened to it, honestly, maybe even the first time by the end of it, I'm like singing along, like the way he delivers the vocal.
Yeah.
At first I was like, really? With the lyrics? But then I was like, the way he sings it.
Yes.
Like you feel that we've all been there, like I'm going to stare at the TV and wait here for you. And to me, I actually ended up liking the lyrics because it's like, when you stare at the TV, you're not necessarily watching it.
Yeah.
And I think that's
you're trying to preoccupy yourself.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like you're, and then my other favorite track, it's close between a couple there, but I would say Marquee, which I think is track 5.
I thought Marquee was the most radio friendly. I could see that one. If he was going to grab one and say, what would the radio play? That one I felt was Tom Petty-esque. It had the very verse, chorus, verse structure, just very... Yeah. I see that as being the single possibly on the album. Yeah. If there was one.
Yeah. I think the album artwork is really cool.
It's really cool.
Which again, hopefully
the T-shirt's in the store. Did you see
that?
I
saw that. Yeah, I had to control myself. I hope we end up getting all these albums at some point on vinyl. Like I said, my idea for what it's worth would just be from I guess it would be Chris on because I have Wednesdays and Big Color on vinyl. Yeah. They were released. From Chris on to whatever and whenever this happens, just to have a box set.
That'd be so cool.
Of the vinyl. And I would hope with a discount for all the people that bought all the downloads.
But it wouldn't matter.
No, they're going to buy it anyway. And I understand why he probably can't do that.
Oh yeah, no.
Because of the cost, the cost to produce the vinyl. Whether we bought the downloads or not, it still costs him money to produce the vinyl. So.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he's still basically doing a lot of this on his own. I'm pretty sure. So I mean,
well, he has new management, right?
Does he? I haven't looked into that much. So
I mean, from what I understand, he has new management.
Okay.
And Don Was seems to be on board
well, then
in
that's...
multiple ways. Obviously, producing.
Then that helps.
And recording the live shows.
Yeah.
Like we saw him in Philly, remember?
Yeah, that was shocking.
I walked right by him. Yeah. I was like, was that Don Was?
Yeah, and it was.
And it was. So I'm going to put you on the spot again,
Sure.
but you might see it coming for what I did for the FM video. You don't have to necessarily rank all 6 of them from Wednesdays to Devolver, but let's ask it an easier way this time.
Yeah.
Which albums of the 6, and let's review, help me out if I mess up, Wednesdays,
Yeah.
Chris, I'm sorry, Wednesdays, Big Colors, yeah. Chris, Romeo and Juliet, FM, Devolver. With those 6 in mind, okay, which of those 6 would you say are better than Devolver? If any
of those are better than Devolver.
Yeah.
Wednesdays.
Yes.
And that's no slight on Devolver. That's just, I think
Yeah.
Wednesdays is a classic album of his now.
Yeah.
You could throw possibly a Romeo and Juliet would be in the fight, but I give Devolver a real close neck and neck because I do feel like it's a little more structured as an album.
Okay.
But song by song, yeah. I mean, Romeo and Juliet's right up there with it.
And it's a little unfair because Romeo and Juliet has like what, 17, 18
songs?
songs?
Yeah. So, I mean,
yeah.
That makes, but outside of that, it beats Chris to me.
Yeah.
It beats FM.
Yeah.
Not that FM was bad either.
Yeah. Big Colors.
I'm it's growing on me, Big Colors.
Yeah.
But to me, I'd still take Devolver.
Well, it's funny because I'm exactly I feel exactly the same. For me, it's Wednesdays, Romeo and Juliet, Devolver.
Okay.
I said we didn't have to rank them up anyway. And then I had this worked out in my head. So after Devolver, number 3 would be okay, so
You'd go Big Colors probably.
I would go Big Colors, yeah. And then FM and then Chris.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, Chris always seems to end up at the bottom of this most recent stuff, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's not the songs on Chris. It's something about the
production.
When we got that one, there was some sort of download issue where I think it wasn't the full. I don't know. I remember he made a comment about it then about us being nerds because we wanted a higher quality.
Oh yeah.
But I think something about the quality does tinge on that a little bit, where it does bring it down.
Well, yeah,
it's harder on the ears than the other
and
ones.
I've listened to it more since I've been a little tough on it. And what do I always end up saying to you?
Oh well, the songs on it are great.
Yeah. I mean, I always say if it's something about something you don't like that he puts out, it's you, it's not him, and over time you'll end up loving it.
Yeah.
And I stand by that. So yeah, I mean, thank you, Ryan, so much. Seriously, I mean these. I want to talk about something real quick.
Sure.
It is, and please, DRA fans, you're helping us out with this channel a lot. You're carrying our channel, and we love you and appreciate it. Please comment because we want to hear what you have to say about Devolver, but also this. It's a really fun, exciting time to be a fan of this gentleman right now. It
sure is, yeah.
He is giving us so much, and back to the old thing, he needs an editor. Well, if he would have just taken the songs from FM and Decoder and picked out the best 4 or 5 of each, it would be a great album. If you don't like a song, fucking skip it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, seriously. Do a playlist. Do your own little playlist in your own little world. But you know what? The fans that are really just loving all this output, let us love it. You know? And here's the thing. Your least favorite song on a Ryan Adams album may be my favorite.
And that's happened.
And maybe the lyrics in that song may help me through something personal, or may, you know what I mean? Like, if it isn't for you, just skip it.
Yeah. Well, this brings up another topic.
How do you feel
I think.
about that?
Well, just a topic, as you were talking there.
Yeah, go ahead.
The fact that when they always talk about Ryan Adams being prolific, they always go back to 2004 when he dropped those 3 big albums.
Yeah.
Is this era now in a competition with that era? Would you say this one is?
It is.
It's as strong as when he did the 2004 era.
And I'm shocked to hear you say that because. You and I put that year on such a pedestal.
But he's doing it now.
But this is different because he's doing it on his own.
Yep.
And, you know, he could have said, you know what? The industry turned their back on me. I'm just going to crawl into a hole. Yeah. And I hate to say it, but he could have decided to just drink himself to death.
Could have. Absolutely.
And instead, he said, you know what? I don't know exactly what he said to himself. I'm not trying to profess to know.
Ryan right now is laughing. Going,
this
ain't what happened at all.
he by now he's thinking these guys need to explore some other music, which we do. I mean, you see all the other videos, but hue and cry. But you know, seriously, I mean, the music aside, the music is secondary. We're so proud of Ryan for the year of sobriety, for taking a situation that could have ruined a lot of other people, and he pulled himself up by his bootstraps. And you know, he doesn't have to answer to a label saying, well, you know, it's too soon, we need to wait at least 6 months to put out another album. He records it. He's like, hey, I want to put this out tomorrow for free because I love my fans and I'm celebrating my year of sobriety. He doesn't have to ask anyone. He just does it. And that's what's beautiful about what's going on.
And he could have put out some bullshit record, but he didn't. This is a fantastic album.
Yeah,
I mean, he could have given us scraps, but it doesn't. That's not what we got.
Now, some people are spitballing and wondering if this is what was going to be called 1985. I think this is just a different thing.
I think it is too.
But that's just me. Educate me a little bit, by the way. And the hardcore Ryan Adams fans from the Superfans group will probably know, but some it might be an education for too. When you said the one song, I'm Still in Love with You, and then there was a different version on something, explain what that's on and what that is that you're talking about.
Do you lie when you lie? Do you laugh when you lie? It's, So, it's one of those 7-inch type records he was putting out, along with, like, you know, there was a bunch of them he was doing. I looked through and I seen you had a couple I thought over there, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean...
Well, and these came with the albums.
Some of those did, Yeah,
the
but there for a while, he was doing, like, the... there was a bunch of them.
Yeah.
The 1984, I think, was one of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, 1984, I thought that was a series of a bunch of these singles.
Yeah, it was.
It's so hard to keep up.
But yeah, that's the problem. He just puts out a lot, but...
But it's not a problem.
Oh, no. Only for us trying to remember it all.
Yeah. Oh, there he is with the camera on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So, no, it's...
What? Like I said, what a great time to be a fan.
Yep. And Ryan, if you ever want to do an interview with us, forget all the fucking media. Just wants to drum up stories.
We've got over 100 subscribers now.
So you'll have tons of views. Plus, the best questions you'll ever get, it's going to be all music related.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll find out what your favorite Dio song is. We'll discuss.
We'll
discuss what your cat's doing on a daily basis and what you think of all your albums you just put out. Not all this crazy other shit.
And you can give us an exclusive on what's coming next. And
yes, absolutely.
Hint. But seriously, Ryan Adams fans, unite. This is another fantastic album in his canon. We'll wait to see what's next. If it's 1985 or if this was 1985, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I know he's going back on tour, the solo acoustic tour this fall.
Yeah, and you've seen the hints about the band again and stuff too.
Cardinals hints.
So I don't know what that's going to be, but
drop a comment, Ryan. Let us know.
There you go. Come on in.
Or those close to him, or whatever. But thanks again for watching Devolver.
Yes.
By Ryan Adams. Check it out. It's a free download. Now, do you have to be like on the mailing list or something?
I don't think so.
Or I guess you could just go to...
You can literally go to his Paxiam website store and you can download it right from there.
Yeah, just it's like you would be paying for it, but just says free or whatever instead of the price.
Buy a damn T-shirt while you're there.
Yeah, or if you didn't buy one of the other downloads. Help the guy out.
Yeah, get a T-shirt while you're there. Yep.
So, but yeah, he seems like he's really on a great path and blessing us, honestly, with just fantastic music. It's so exciting. I just,
it is.
I get emotional when I think about it because it's... what a great time for us. I mean, this is going to sound like so crazy, but what a great time to be alive. You know what I mean? I was so glad. I always say I'm so glad I grew up in the 80s because 80s music that was top 40 that was on the radio as opposed to today's top 40 music, which is primarily shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people that's like, there's no good music out anymore. Everything that was ever great was recorded before 1998. No. What I'm saying is, top 40, which what does that even mean anymore?
Doesn't mean anything.
But those songs, primarily, not all, but primarily that is utter insulting our intelligence and your intelligence shit. So to be alive during the 80s when I was growing up and to get so into music, when, gosh, we had Madonna, we had Michael Jackson, we had Prince, we had, George Michael, we had real artists, Tom Petty and everything. So now, but that's what I mean when I say, what a great time to be alive, because he's doing this, the only other person I can think that's doing something remotely similar as far as just output that is fantastic and quality is like Ty Segall. Like, he's a hard guy to keep up with how many albums he's putting out. But it's not even the same thing.
No, it's not.
This is very unique. Ryan is a unicorn. So, all right, I'm blabbing long enough, but I'm excited. So, Devolver, check it out.
Yes.
Huge thumbs up for both of us.
Oh, absolutely.
And yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Please like this video, share it on social media. What do I want them to do, Brad?
I don't even know. Subscribe?
Smash that bell for. Oh no!
Where's my
Smash
face?
that bell.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, wait. Smash that, Brad. I mean, that bell for notifications, and subscribe to the channel. Hey, we are over 100 subscribers.
Yes,
buddy,
we are.
in just 2 months.
There it is. That's quick.
Yep, and 5,000 views.
Yes, we are.
And that's because of you guys.
It is.
So thank you so much. Spread the word, and we'll see you soon with some new content. And hey, maybe he'll put out another album next week, and we'll review that one too. We're going to review every one. That is our promise to you.
We will.
So for Brad, I'm Keith, and this is the KMB Music Den. Thank you so much for watching. Check out Devolver by Ryan Adams. And thank you, Ryan, for all the great new music, and we'll talk to you guys soon.